Welcome to Business Class, a podcast for people wanting to upgrade their thinking, upgrade their learning, and upgrade their life. I'm your host, Jeanie, founder of Business Class Collective, best-selling author and life coach. If you're an entrepreneur, a startup, or someone who dreams of reaching their full potential, then you're in the right place. You'll feel empowered and inspired to design the life you've always wanted. Let's do this. Hello, gorgeous people, and welcome back to the show. It's the end of the financial year, and I thought this would be a great time to come in and chat with you about how to record keep, the importance of reconciliations, the vital information that a cash flow forecast provides, and how we report quarterly for certain tax obligations in Australia. So this episode is really for those living in Australia. So our financial year, of course, starts on the 1st of July and ends on the 30th of June. And that's different to other countries that might have a calendar year or sometimes some other months that determine a financial year. As a business owner, you really need to keep on top of understanding the figures and the facts of your business. Every day you should be checking your bank account to see what money has come in and what money is being paid out. There's certain softwares that can be used, for example MyOb or Xero, that allow you to have bank feeds, and that means getting the bank transactions into MyObs from the bank account automatically. So you kind of press a button and in they come, and you don't have to data entry every detail. What that means is the data's in your accounting software. You simply either check it off or code it accordingly. So you can make rules and regulations around certain transactions that repeat regularly, and this really does streamline the process. You've checked your bank balance, you've checked to see what payments have come in. Each month, you'll need to be doing your bank reconciliation. So you'll need to check your bank statement against income and expenses and bank fees and any other items that might appear, and make sure that it's accurate and correct and that everything reconciles. You'll need to do that for your check account and for any other credit card accounts that you have. Quite regularly, you should be looking at your credit card statements to check any recurring payments that you have, like for subscriptions or memberships, whether you need them anymore. Like, it's good to do an audit from time to time, because sometimes we can sign up for things that we may need for a short period of time. It might be subscribing to a particular software that perhaps, as an organisation, you've stopped using it. Well, you might be paying that every month and not actually knowing about it. So checking your bank statements is vital. Maybe amounts paid on your credit card that are not business related. So these will have to be treated differently. And then there might be other expenses that need to be coded to a loan account if the director's been using money from the business for personal reasons. So that needs to be accounted for. The other thing is a cash flow budget. So, having a 12-month cash flow budget allows you to actually look at the figure at the beginning of the financial year, say the opening balance of the bank account on July 1st, and then work out for the year. You can forecast what revenue you're going to have, what expenses you're going to have, and you'll get a net figure that will give you the opening balance plus the income less the expenses, and that'll give you the next month's predicted cash flow figure. Really important to keep on top of this, because sometimes in the cycle of a business you might have some months where there aren't that many expenses, or there's the regular expected expenses, and then you might have a month where you've got unexpected high amounts in expenses. So you need to be able to budget for that and know accordingly whether you should be spending that money or not, depending on your income. Each week you should be looking at outstanding invoices and following them up with your debtors for the people that owe you money, And you can do that from your email account. If you're a solo business owner, you might want to create a generic account like info at your business name or accounts payable at your business name to make it easier. Also, on a weekly basis, you should be tracking sales, leads, and conversions. So, to know where your next stream of income is coming from, that's vitally important. Then, on a quarterly basis, you'd need to report your business activity statement, your PAYG, pay as you go, if you're paying wages to employees, and if you're also paying wages to employees, then it's the super contributions that you'll need to report on. And if you wanted to claim all your super for the year, you need to do it well before 30th of June, as soon as possible after the last pay period in June. And then quarterly, you should actually be looking at other metrics, and that's a profit and loss account and a balance sheet, and review your projections and goals to see where you think the income is going to come in from and where you think expenses need to be paid from. So annually, you need to send this information to the tax accountant or develop your strategy with your financial planner, develop a tax strategy with your accountant, organise the final super payments for the year, provide any share portfolio information or investment documents, and legitimate business expenses. One thing that I do is, as invoices come in for items that need payment, I actually save the attachments, because I usually get them by email. So I'll save those attachments and name them with a prefix of the financial year, so FY 22-23 dash, and then name it. It could be NAB check account, or it could be cleaning account, or whatever, and that goes into a file ready to be built on throughout the entire year, and that can be accessed directly by the accountant. So there's things that you can do to make life easier. So I've popped in here today to give you these tips and tricks. And what I might do actually is put an attachment in the show notes so that you can have a little outline of how to keep on top of your managing your business effectively and efficiently, so you're not wasting time. And that means you've got more time to work on your business. I hope you enjoy this podcast, and until next time. You've been listening to Business Class presented by Jeanie, founder of Business Class Collective. If you haven't yet, go to Apple Podcast, subscribe, rate and review this podcast. Share the love and let your family and friends know too. You can follow Business Class Collective on Instagram